I work at Mandera Water and Sewerage Company. I specialize mostly at dosage of chlorine and monitoring and making sure the turbidity of water is fine. It's more of the safeness of water. I read the room and I feel, oh, maybe they think she can't deliver, but now I'll show you with the work. I won't speak, but my work will speak for itself.
Amazing. The first one, yeah, make sure the four corners of Garissa town and the peripherals, there is water. Funga it is hospitali. Tutakunya get khaririyo na will survive. I don't know if they're going to listen, but I don't know why people are not prioritizing.
Having that, I've been a mischievous kid back in primary and high school. So I just wanted to make them proud, and I felt this is the only way to make them proud.
Tata unaweza sema nyinyi wajinga.
Wow.
You can even say you guys don't have leaders. Because there are towns with no rivers, nothing, and they shower every day. Why God gave us Tana River and we can't shower?
Hydrogeological machine, with that is going to help him or her to know that hapa hii maji ni fresh, hapa hii maji ni saline. Yes, without drilling.
I don't know, maybe you don't have that Garissa context on what's happening.
Yeah.
Maybe can you give us why Garissa taps are dry? Maybe what's happening? I know it's none of your business. That's our business. But maybe from the engineering part, what are we supposed to do so that every person in Garissa gets water?
Hii bula inapata siku mbili, hii bula inapata siku tatu.
Mbona sipate kila siku?
Okay, wanapata hiyo siku mbili na barkati yao inajaa. That's the
Kama ana barkati.
They do have most of them. Dandu water supply, Ramo water supply, you have the Elwasco that is there, you have the Kaba water that is there. Like each and every sub-county, ikona, the Kilwaheri, the earth pans, we have Banisa water supply. So a lot of successful projects. In terms of engineering, don't feel that it is so hard. It's not hard. If I am a lady and I did it, what about you? It's something that you just give your 100%.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another amazing episode of Mahdi Show. Today we are honored to speak to one of our brightest minds from the region, Northern Kenya, Engineer Hibaq Adan Mohammed. She is a water engineer. She's going to tell us about water issues in the northern part of Kenya and how to be a water engineer. So if you're a student who want to pursue into water engineering, this is the space for you. Assalamu alaikum, Engineer Hibaq Mohammed.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good, alhamdulillah.
How's Mandera?
All is well, alhamdulillah.
Yes, welcome to Nairobi.
Thank you.
Let me start my interview with a bit of introduction. First of all, you are the first water engineer I've ever interacted with. Ever. Be male, female. You are the first water engineer I know. Who is Hibaq Mohammed? Adan Mohammed?
Okay.
In brief.
Okay, Hibaq Adan Mohammed, a water engineer, born and raised in Kenya, specifically Mandera. And I work at Mandera Water and Sewerage Company as a water quality at that field. So I specialize mostly at dosage of chlorine and monitoring and making sure the turbidity of water is fine. And it's more of the safeness of water. Apart from that, I do the consultation part of engineering, working with different firms when it comes to making some project or formulating a document. So I'm part of some of consultations firms. And apart from that too, I'm more of a community person. So having that, I'm having an ongoing CBO that we are more into the community, that is Mazingira Alliance. So aside of the ABCD, the engineering part of me, there is the community part of me that I give back in terms of maybe planting trees, mentoring the students, and just being for the community in terms of in any particular field that they would want to have their daughter in. Yeah.
Amazing. Water engineering for me is a new term, specifically because I've not interacted with water engineers before. Like water engineering, and I know there's some areas of water engineering. Maybe you take us through what are the areas of water engineering. Mimi nilikuwa najua tu water engineering, if someone tells me nimeenda kusomea water, nilikuwa najua tu anaunganisha pipe. Like even I know in other people's minds, when you hear about jamaa water, the first thing that comes to your mind is anachimba, anaunganisha pipes. That's the only water thing we know. So maybe you can explain to us there's some more than that. To us, even personally, I don't even know.
Okay. Water is vast. It's not all about kuunganisha hiyo pipe peke yake.
Yes.
It is from the start to go where that water is coming from, to designing it, to supplying it to the community, and to making sure that the water is safe and clean. Now it is a whole process from the start to go, that is getting that first, where am I drilling that borehole? I do a hydrological survey on it, a feasibility study, like the hydrological part of it. Is this water going to be fresh? Is it going to be saline? After that, you drill the borehole. After drilling the borehole, now you equip it, and then you now supply it to the consumers. And before supplying, definitely there will be that treatment part of it, doing some chlorine or using the aqua. So it is like it's a whole process. It's not all about kuunganisha hiyo pipe peke yake. So for the engineer, he is or she is the designer of that whole process.
From point A to point Z.
From point A, that is where will it be drilled. Because it's just maybe you're given a whole area that you have to look for where is where am I getting that fresh water. So from where I will drill it, from where will I get that, I do the feasibility studies, the hydrological survey of that place. And then from that point to now the last point, which is supplying and giving it to the consumers. That is sasa piping. Ufanye kutoka kuchimba, kusupply sasa to the consumer. So it is a whole process.
So for us, we have taken the last mile
yes.
part of it.
Yes.
Before you drill the hole, for example, can you know that this water, first of all, how will you know there's water down there? Two, will you know that hiyo maji itakuwa tamu ama itakuwa ngumu? Is there a way to find out before you drill, or you have to drill for you to find out?
No, there are some equipment, there are some machines that are there that one uses. We have the hydrogeological team that will go to the field before you. Yeah, he's still an engineer, only that an engineer at the hydrogeological part of it. So he will get to the field and using the machine that is the hydrogeological machine, with that is going to help him or her to know that hapa hii maji ni fresh, hapa hii maji ni saline.
Drilling.
Yes, without drilling. And then later, no, once they get to know this part is fresh water, now driliwa the place.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, how can they know the level of that water? Come and imagine, like, I believe in Wajir South, there's some masjid, aquafire, I don't know, something like that.
Aquifers.
Maybe we'll come to that one. So can they know the amount of water in that area before they drill?
Yeah, definitely. They will know how deep one has to go to get that water table. Like how deep is the yield. So for me, I feel the machine is so much entailed with everything. One can know how much. So, because he is the person who is going to instruct the ones on the ground. Awambie mnafaa kuchimba. You are supposed to drill that deep.
Yeah.
So, definitely one will get to know with the machine.
Wow. I have so many personal questions about water that I don't even understand. Now I understand there are different phases, there are different people involved, different responsibilities. But unfortunately, I know me and those people who are who are watching, the path that we took is the last mile.
Yes.
Like if you take your son to water, currently my brother is doing water in Kewi as we speak today. And personally, I just knew that water is watakuwa akiunganisha tu pipes peke yake. But now I understand there's a whole process.
Yeah.
So maybe who else is involved in the whole process? We have the hydrological engineer who's going to tell us hapa kuna maji, hapa kuna maji. And maybe we can take a case study of Garissa Tana River, how they take water from to the treatment plant, the Nini. Maybe these people will be involved. Let's say we're drilling a borehole, for example. The hydrological team went there, they gave us the report. Hapa kuna maji, maji ni tamu. What next?
If they get the water is maji ni tamu, definitely the next step is to drill it. You drill the place, you drill the borehole, and then you equip it. As much as water is not all about, that is a groundwater, the borehole. We have the surface water, we have the rivers that for us as Mandera Water and Sewerage Company, we measure on the surface water, not the borehole. So for us, the surface water, that is, we have River Dawa, that is at the cross border of Ethiopia and Kenya. So we have our intakes there, and we get water from the river, like we pump water from the river to the intake, and then we treat that water and supply it to the consumers. Yeah. So we have different types of, not only the borehole. Borehole will just drill it. We have the earth pans. We have the earth pans, the boreholes, the river, that is the surface water. So it's different types of, how can I say it? Different types of sources of water, yes, for the consumers, not only the borehole.
Back to my question, how many engineers are there? Hydrological engineer, you are?
A water engineer, hydrological engineer, a water engineer, and we can have okay, basically it's just the hydrological and the water department. If I remove the environmental part of it, that is definitely we should have the environmental part of it to check about the environment and everything. That is to be given the name ESIA, all this. So apart from all that, as the water department, it is the hydrogeological engineer, and then the water engineer is enough for all that.
Wow.
Yes.
We'll come back to the professional side, like how someone can be registered with the board, how long it takes. But now I need to finish my personal questions before I go to the professional one. Because this podcast also I'm learning, okay?
Okay.
So we have Tana River, or let's say we have River Dawa, for example, right?
Yeah.
The water is passing.
Yeah,
Moving. From that point, from the river, up to my tap. What's the process like? What's involved? I want to understand why Garissa doesn't have water. Why we have Tana River and our taps are dry. I want to understand what's the process like. Let me see if I can even do it myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, for Mandera, I don't know much about the Garissa part of it, but for Mandera, it is from the river, and then to the intake. We have galleries.
How many intakes do you have?
Intake, we have intakes at different locations in Mandera.
Yes.
So the first location, that is at Suftu, and then we have one at Handadu. We have one at, it is Handadu, Suftu, and headquarters, that is the Green County headquarters, and Hajikero. So for those, the intakes are, let's say, somehow nearer, some just few meters away from the river. Yeah, having that the river, it's passing different locations. So let's a good example with the Suftu, water will be pumped from the river direct to the intake or the gallery. The whole system is the intake, so to the gallery. So once it gets to the gallery, as the water quality, I will first test the water from the river. And
that's
then,
the first step.
Yeah, that's the first step. I'll test the water from the river that is coming direct to our gallery.
Yeah.
Once it comes to our gallery, we chlorinate the water.
Gallery is the intake.
Yeah, the intake is still one and the same
Okay.
thing. Intake is now the whole part of it, but gallery is a sunny hizo. How can I say? Barkat amal, but it's not literally a barkat.
Yeah.
It is having a more capacity. So we chlorinate that water first. That is direct from at the gallery. So we chlorinate that water. Then I test the water again.
After chlorination?
So yes, after chlorination, that is, we give
You
it
test before chlorination?
We test before chlorination.
What are you testing?
We want to see what, like, maji iko na nini kwanza. You see, water has different things. Water is not only, we only take the clean water of it, but it has a lot of things in it. That is the ions, the minerals in it. So having that this is a river and it's a moving water, as much as moving waters don't have a lot of, because ni maji inaenda, yeah? So we test it first to see the level of contamination before it gets to our intake. And then now with that, I'll get to know how turbid that water was before it got to my gallery, yeah? And then once it gets to the gallery, we will chlorinate that water. At the moment, you're only using chlorine. So we will chlorinate that water.
Chlorine aside any?
Chlorine, it's for killing germs. So we chlorinate the water first.
Is it safe for us?
Yeah, it's very safe, because we just don't directly chlorinate. We have to do some 1, 2, 3 hesabu. Hatuteka tu chlorine direct. We will have to do some mathematics on it to see what amount of chlorine am I supposed to put on that intake. So once we chlorinate the intake, the gallery, it gets supplied to a distribution tank. Yeah. It doesn't go direct to the consumer, so it goes to a distribution tank. A distribution tank, maybe it is at the iko katikati ya town, maybe anywhere. Or
another location.
Yeah, another location. So it gets pumped to that distribution tank, and then once it gets into the distribution tank, yes,
or
elevated tanks. No, it is for us is elevated tanks. Okay. Yeah, so I have to test again. Maji venye imefika kwa hiyo distribution tank, how safe has it been from the start point to the second point, and now we are at the third point at the distribution tank. Then from the distribution tank, once you test it, you now supply it to the consumers. Different, having that ni different bullers. Everybody there is that timetable. Hii bula inapata siku 2, hii bula inapata siku 3.
Mbona sipate kila siku?
Okay, wanapata hiyo siku 2 na barkadi yao inajaa. That's the
kama ana barkadi.
They do have most of them. Most of them do have barkadi.
So there's rationing kama tu kawaida.
Yeah, rationing kama kawaida, but at the end of the day your barkadi yako itajaa. So there is that rotation, rotation for each and every bula, and kwa bula pia hii line itapata hii siku, like having that, if kama ni tuseme Tawakal and it has different lines, so tuseme line 2 inapata leo, line 2 inapata kesho, hivyo sasa. Now we have line controllers on the ground. So from the main intake, we have that one person, that pump attendant, that in charge of that intake, mwenye analala hapo. Because his work is to switch on the pump and to switch off, and to make sure, like, for us, we are now the overall supervisor of the place. Yeah, labda kama pump imeharibika aseme, now we tell him asha pump hiyo wakati. You see, we have one person at that point, and then we get to the distribution point, that we have another person there, that is the line controller mwenye anafungua. We have different valves, gate valves.
For different routes.
Yeah, for different routes. That is the distribution tank here. So for that, line controller mwenye ako hapo anajua leo ni bula A inapata maji, na ni hiyo kona inapata maji, anafungua hiyo maji. Leo ni kona B, and that's now continuous.
That's an African problem. The tap should. Okay. What happens from the river you tested to the intake?
Yes.
It's good.
Yeah.
You did the chlorination.
Yes.
Chlorine come, and then it's good.
Yeah.
then it goes to the tanks. Sindio?
Yes.
You test also.
Yes.
What happens if maybe per tank, unaona there's a problem? Maybe the quality is not good from the tank. Will you?
Okay, at the moment, let me be sincere, I've not come across that. But from the start to go, it just can't get contaminated between the pipe flowing, from the intake to the distribution tank.
Okay.
Yeah. So having that, we do desilting of our tanks too. Desilting niyo kutoa hizo mchanga, hizo matope, yeah. And
how often do you do it?
maybe after 4 to 5 months. It depends with how turbid and how then the amount of silt that the distribution tank itakuwa nayo, ama how like let's say the amount of silt. So if you see at this month silt imekuwa mingi, because you will just know with how turbid it's going to be. So that's when now you will do the desilting. Unaosha the tank and everything. So definitely if water is getting contaminated and that is an elevated tank, I feel it's so hard, not unless the tank haina kifuniko ya juu. So any water that haina kifuniko ya juu, you know, that it is prone to contamination at any point. But if kama imefunikwa and it is just moving from pipe A to pipe B. So our main thoughts are mostly at the consumer point. Maybe only from intake one, you tested your water, it got to the distribution and then to the consumer. Maybe the consumer barkad iko na chafu or something. So now you have again to test to the consumer. Now for the consumer, we pick random, not a specific, like just random. Leo naweza kuja tu kwako, I tell you, assalamu alaikum, do you get our water? Yes. Can I just have a little bit of it? I go test it and then I see how much contamination or how much clean and freeze our water from the point A to the last point to the consumer.
Contamination side, we'll come back to the water. I don't know how you do it using it. The lakes, how do you say water in English? Water pans, yeah.
Okay, earth pans, yes.
We'll come to that because it's open. The goat will drink, the cow will drink, the people will also drink.
Yes.
Now my last question, personal question. Their pipes are like, they were underground from 1990-ish. The steel, no, the plastic pipes. We don't get to replace as a consumer. From the tank, you guys do your own testing and stuff like that. Like to my tap, na pipe may have more than 10 years underground. Let's say 20 years underground. Can I still drink that water? Or what happens inside my pipe? The plastic ones, PVC. Is there any kind of contamination that can happen from your tank, elevator tank, to my tap?
If my water, if I've tested in the amount of contact, if before you get that water from our end, it is water that is fully, like we know, eco sour completely. Now, if it's your pipe, maybe it has corroded or something from your end, and I test your water, I get to see iko na shida mahali, najua sasa mimi kutoka point A nikitest ilikuwa sawa. So meaning shida it is between the distribution to your tank, right? So definitely you will be advised either to change the piping or like because that's the only solution if we're having the pipe being there for more than 10 years.
I've never seen someone come to our place and test our waters. It's okay. Story for another day.
That is Garissa, right?
Maybe it's only Mandera that happens. Now, before I come to the professional bit of this conversation, I have a lot of questions, and I tweeted about it a lot of times. God gave us Tana River. I think I lived in Garissa for more than 30 years. That river never dried up. Every day, the water is just flowing all the way to Indian Ocean. And a kilometer, 500 meters from the river, taps are dry. I don't know, maybe you don't have that Garissa context on what's happening.
Yeah.
But Maybe can you give us why Garissa taps are dry? Maybe what's happening? I know it's none of your business. That's our business. But maybe from the engineering part, what are we supposed to do so that every person in Garissa gets water? Sometimes wanasema Garissa iko I don't know, from the river ni kama town iko juu. So I don't know, the tanks, the elevator has to be, or the treatment or whatever has to be taken to Modika ndio maji ikuje.
Yeah, back to the community.
Yes. That's a layman's explanation. We just get around there. But why is Tana River there and our taps are dry? This si lazima ikuwe correct answer. Just give it a random. Tata unaweza sema nyinyi ni wajinga.
Wow.
You can even say you guys don't have leaders. Because there are towns with no rivers, nothing, and they shower every day. Why God gave us Tana River and we can't shower? Even Bil'an was like, we can't even go to our men because we cannot shower.
Wow.
Yes. So, Ebu Tuambie, what's happening in Garissa? I know it's none of your business. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe it's you guys don't want to. The amount of water being produced from Tana River, I feel it's a lot compared to what we have, and I think your river is not seasonal. Seasonal, is it?
It's not seasonal.
So, I think Garissa should not be among the towns that are being like
Should not.
Yeah, about mambo ya maji. I think it should not be lying there.
We should be supplying Mandera and Wajir.
So maybe if the engineers on the ground come and think of a better solution, maybe have a mega dam at one of the point in Garissa, one point either katikati ya town ama iyo Modika, they just have that one mega dam and then they supply it back to the consumers. So the resource is there, that is what is available. It is now the other part of it that
they want 2 billion shillings. So Garissa to be water sufficient. 2B.
2B, it's si pesa mingi.
Si pesa mingi. Okay.
For the consumers, si mingi.
Okay, I've managed to listen to some of the argument. It's like the town has expanded.
Yes.
Yeah, and that is a true fact. The town has really expanded. But as the town expands, you as a department, you're also supposed to expand. I think we're given a lot of money from the national government devolution. So why don't you even take other money from somewhere else and then put into, I don't know.
Okay, that is Garissa, but for us, I feel Mandera, the water situation at Mandera at the moment now, 2025, and how Mandera was at, let me not even go that back, Sana, at 2017.
Yes.
There is a much big difference. Yeah? Because for now we are covering to the department's main goal is last mile connectivity. Yes. So I feel for us as Mandera, Malikama Mandera West, water was not that much compared to even boreholes. What walikuwa nasema, I mean, it was like it can't be drilled because the water is saline. But now having that, we had the machine. The new machine was brought, the hydrogeological. With that, ikasaidia the engineers and now
saline maji oles.
Yeah, maji.
It can be.
Yeah, although reverse osmosis, you can do the reverse osmosis or you can do the MFS, that is the multi-factor stages, if I'm not wrong, desalination. So for that, although it is expensive, but at the same time, that can help to make the water fresh. But it is expensive.
Mandera, you have it?
No, we don't. But maybe the private companies that wanna supply maji ya chupa, they do. But as the departments, reverse osmosis tends to be so expensive, yeah, to maintain and everything. But most of the water, maybe some few places, no maji iko saline, and I feel maybe 5 to 10 years to come, for the water department, they will get a solution for that.
How expensive is that machine? Maybe I can buy them.
Wow, I think the market is around 2. It depends with an amount of
2 million
the
shilling.
capacity. Yes, it depends.
2 million shilling.
Yes, it depends with the capacity of water that you want it to, like it is different.
2 million shilling.
Yeah. Shida siyo machine. Shida ni, there is those, I don't know, I don't quite recall the name. It's not the indicators, but there is some, that tends to, it's not even a tab. Trying to get the name. So that tends to be the expensive part of the RO, the reverse osmosis machine.
So if now if becomes the ball becomes saline, what do you do? They use it. The way it is.
At some point, Mandera is growing, and the population inaendelea kuongezeka, and water it's something fragile. Consumers hawezi kosa. So you can go to a place, maybe Mel or Oman, hawajaipata maji, then you happen to drill that borehole, and maybe that is the only they have been trekking a long distance to get that water, and you happen to drill for them a borehole. Allow alam, and the water becomes saline.
But saline water you can shower, weisa, and everything.
Yeah, you can do. So they will be like, ate ikuwe aje chumvi tuachie. Yeah, kwa sababu ni maji tu. So with time I feel like maybe 5 to 10 years in Mandera we can be doing the desalination, the reverse osmosis, and maybe the water will be 100% fresh, inshallah. But at the moment saline water is there. But maybe let's just give it time, because it's step by step.
We'll wait for you to be the next women rep. Inshallah, and then you can help it. Now let's come to the community. War. I don't know the right word for war, but you know war.
Athpan, right?
Athpan.
I think.
Kuna wale people have already they dug for themselves. As English, I think it's natural or something. And when it rains, in a jar, and then they use it for some time, and then and then it's used by everyone.
Yes.
Gela Kaaba, Loda Kaabi, and then even for human use. Is it safe? Contamination because كل حكاية لنا Loda هتا أريجي حوله.
No, for the earthpan, they are like they're somehow enclosed in their own field. One thing with this community. For the projects, you let them own it. Let them know it is under the Department of Water, but ni yenu. Mkichezea ni maji yenu mnachezea. Mkicontaminate ni maji yenu mnacontaminate. Yeah? So with community having that in mind, definitely we won't be expecting that hapa na pale, because at some places kwanza in Mandera having that we receive drought after. It hits us after every 5 years. That is according to the 1, 2, 3 survey. So it hits us after 5 years. And once it hits us after 5 years, we have drought. It prolongs for 2 years. So that is 24 good months. Hamna, hakuna mvua. Yeah. So at some point, the yield, boreholes inaendelea the low yields zinashuka chini, decreases, and then now at some point the earthpan becomes the only solution, which might run maybe to 6 months to 7 months. Yeah, so having in mind with the community, because you're letting them own their projects, like it is kama tuseme Shimbir Fatuma. It is your earthpan. You own it, because definitely there will be a community sensitization. You're owning it, and we are having maybe a line controller there. One of kutakuwa tuna mtu mwenye anachunga hapo. So it is more of community. So for the community, one thing with them, if you let them own it, yes, it is under the water department, but sasa ni yenu, like you're owning it. They tend not to misuse or when they do nini with it. They are more even keen on it compared to sasa wewe mwenye umewatengeneza.
So if I drill my own borehole, if I do my own water pan, still it comes under the national government, the county government?
For us, if do
personal boreholes.
For us, not unless you get that that concept from the water department. We have a bill that is being passed. I don't know imefika wapi for us for the private
Boreholes.
private boreholes. Though it is there, the private boreholes are there.
Yeah.
That is supplying the water boozers. But in real sense, for the water service providers, in real sense, according to the WASREP, that is the Water Service Regulatory Body, yes, with that all private boreholes or should come under the WSP. All that is the water service provider. So in real sense, it should be that each and every borehole that is in that Mandera should be coming under us.
Okay.
Yeah. At one point too, there is we have the WRA that they should be paying permits. Yeah, for it. So if all this is legalized.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the same is happening in Garissa and is happening in Wajir. So if all this is legalized and we know that kama tuseme kuna outbreak ya cholera or something, we know the people to go to and question is Madawasko, and it won't be that private person. Yeah. So if all this gets to legalization and we get them to have under us, I think, and which it's ongoing. We are hoping with the time all this will be cleared and they come under the Madawasko and they get the WRA permits. Definitely hakutakuwa na contamination, hakutakuwa na all these other side things.
I think we are yet to go to the professional side. I'm yet to finish my personal questions. Water harvesting is an issue. Every time it rains, there's a lot of flood happening, especially in a lot of parts of northeastern. And then after a few months, there's no water.
Yeah.
How can we harvest water?
There is a lot of ways. Okay, for me on a personal level, I feel today's century we should not be talking about in availability of water. Having that, we have, as much as to the community is growing and everything, we are at 2025 and okay, we are opening our eyes at the moment and we are like imagine uhai, we should have everybody getting water. But we tend to how can I say, we are so lenient to a point that I as let me say, like I as the chief officer or director of water, yeah, I know that we are getting drought. Drought hits us after every 2 years. That is what I already know, like following the pattern. Drought hits us after every 2 years. I mean after every 5 years. And once it hits us, it prolongs for 2 years. And then after it prolongs, we get a flash flood. Mvua inakuja mingi, and then a lot of things zinaharibika hapa na pale. Then by the time tunaamka tena kutoka kwa hiyo flood, we've got hit again by drought. So if at all, measuring at the northeastern part of it. So if at all, like we get to like we have all the indicators. We have the NDMA, that is the National Drought Management Authority, that they tell us at what stage we are in. If we are at alarm ni kusema maji inaanza kudidimia, like you guys, there is mfungue macho, start like hapa na pale, and then at the alert sasa ni maji ishaanza kwenda chini completely. And then now at the emergency, it is the alarm, alert, emergency, and then now the final sasa response, I think, if I'm not wrong. So for the emergency, it's the alert, mshapewa alert. Like if you check the NDMA bulletin, they do it every monthly. So if I check last month, nione NDMA iliniambia tuko at alarm. Even me as the Department of Water, I can know that we are now at alarm stage. I should prepare. I should think of the water tracking. I mean, who are going.
What's water tracking?
Water tracking sasa ni your water boozers. Your water boozers, yeah.
You take it to the people.
Kupelekea watu. So I get to prepare myself before. Yes, it is done, but I don't think if at this stage we should we have everything in hand. We have all the information in hand. We are at alarm, alert, and then we know drought to hit after 5 years. I mean 5 years, and then it hits us again for 2 years. So, and then we get the flash flood. Why don't I, if before I get to the flood time, why don't I now start doing the water harvesting? I get to know nitengeneze earth ponds, nitengeneze dams, and then by the time sasa najua mvua inakuja,
you are ready.
I'm ready for that. I will harvest that water.
We Africans, we don't plan.
So that
it's a knee-jerk reaction. We just wait for things to happen, and then we start calling Red Cross and.
Now that is the problem. But if at all we could be planning prior this is for the 5 ASAL, I mean the ASAL counties. If we could be planning earlier. I think maybe we couldn't be talking about the drought. We couldn't be saying that Mandera says we need donors, we need that, we need that. Not really. But maybe with time, we don't know.
And I think at this era and age,
yeah,
we tend to have commercialized the water thing. For example, I know drilling a borehole is how much, like around 3 million shillings? What about getting that drilling machine and everything? So I believe, even as a community, let me even put it into the constituency side, the MPs, Achana governors. I believe every MP, he can pull resources together, even with the people, buy one, how do you call that thing, your gari that drills water?
The
drilling machine.
Yeah, drilling machine.
Drilling machine na gari, wanunue. It should be based in the constituency. Yeah. So equate to in a drill water everywhere. So if every constituency, they have their own drilling machine. And and I think it takes 3 to 4 days, or even less than a week, to drill a borehole, isn't it?
Yes.
Why don't we have
a week or two?
A week or something?
Yeah.
Why don't we have a drilling machine stationed in the constituency? Iko tu ikidunga tu maji, instead of tendering process. This is water. Water is life. So kama mnanisikia my MPs and those aspirants, please buy that thing. Let it be in the constituency. Yes, I come from Ojia South. We need to have one. Mr. Mohammed Ado. Let's have one drilling machine. We will even buy it. You can even pull resources together. Fundraise. Buy. Ikai pale. Leo iende Bimudo, itoke iende Sarif, iende Div. Next month, after 1 month, utoko umedunga how many balls? Let's not stop commercializing water. Mununue drills na ikai huko. Acheni ujinga.
For us, though Mandera, tumekuwa na boreholes mingi zimedriliwa for the past, let me just say, the span of this year too, peke yake, we have a lot of boreholes that have been drilled. Yeah. I think now we're getting to see that this is the main thing. Naweza kupea chakula, naweza kupea nguo, naweza kupea mali ya kulala, lakini kama hauna maji, it's nothing.
Water is life.
Water is life. So at the moment, as the Department of Water, a lot of boreholes are being drilled, and having that, I think we are at the alarm stage. Water tracking ishaanza Mandera at the moment saizi. So for the next, let me just say, with all the projects that are being ongoing in Mandera, and we are expecting to come in. So I feel maybe, and we do everything right as it's supposed to be, Mandera, we will be doing the last mile connectivity. Na kila mtu atapata maji. Na pia 5 years.
Are you advertising Mandera County ama ni kweli?
That is what is in the ground.
Seems like Mandera is doing well, mashallah.
It is, in terms of water, the Department of Water, they are, it is not, I'm not advertising or something, but at the Department of Water, mashallah, they're doing a great job. You can just check online, you see how many boreholes that have been drilled. We are having them, we are having water supplies that are incoming, the Ramo water supply, and it's not, we have the Elwasco, Takabawasko imefunguliwa to this year. So it is in process. If we all have all that in action and everything is done right, each and every project that is coming to Mandera and the ones that we are expecting, zote zifanywe. Mandera won't be, in 5 years to come, trust you me, even ule mama hana barkat atapata pipe, atapata maji ya pipe.
Are you campaigning for women rep? Naona unapiga campaign. Anyway, back to our questions now, professional questions. Although I still have a lot of personal questions from water, because water is life. And I think one of the biggest challenges in the northern part is water, to a point where it even creates conflict between the communities because of water points.
Yeah.
So I think since water is devolved and it's on the mandate of the county government, I think those who are campaigning for governors, they should prioritize water. Because it's no point of, like you're saying, I want to invest in education, I want to invest in health, and but someone doesn't even have water.
Yeah.
You know, we have to prioritize.
Yeah.
Hata nisiende shule nikitaka, but let me have water. Because at the end of the day, I need to drink water. I can live without education, but I cannot live without water. So I think I even sent another message. Was it in one of my podcasts? I was talking about Garissa. So I said, whoever is vying for gubernatorial position in Garissa County, the first 1 year of your term, kana hata health yako. We don't want your health. We don't want your education. Because health, you can go to private.
Yes.
Education, you can go to private for those who can afford.
Yeah.
But water will end up. And water boozer is 4,000, 2,000. How many people can afford? So I said, even for the whole budget, I have a salary to party. The first 1 year, make sure the 4 corners of Garissa town and the peripherals, there is water. Funga iti hospitali. Tutakunya Getharirio na will survive. I don't know if they're going to listen. But I don't know why people are not prioritizing. You are fencing Garissa General Hospital with millions and there's no water inside. Are you okay?
We will come together.
At this point, we'll be touching a lot of nerves. So, I think we'll come back to the professional side. You are a lady, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I need to confirm nowadays. As a woman water engineer, like I know you must have had a lot of options to do other courses.
Yeah.
What inspired you to be water engineer?
For
While
me,
you could be nurse, you could be a pilot. You look like more like a pilot. Okay.
okay. For me, it is more of passion. It is. I just wanted a problem solving.
Yeah.
I just wanted, like, I felt, for me, I grew up with, I should be an engineer. First, my mind was at the mass and communication. That was my first priority. I could do journalist back in school and everything. So, as much as that was on my mind, at the other point, then I was like, once I was done with campus, I felt I'm more into, let me do something that I feel it is a passion. Journalism, yes, has been a passion. Nimefanya form 1 to form 4, kusoma news parade and everything.
Yeah.
Just the engineering part of me overtook it all. And once I was done with my form 4, I just told my dad, Abba, I need the engineering. Kaniambia, I remember tulitoka Mandera hiyo asubuhi. He sent a friend of his to mass and communication to take to admission, and then and one in Tuk for the civil engineering. Now in the flight, there was a lady that was seated next to me. I don't know where she is at the moment, but she contributed to 90% to who I am today. So,
what's her name?
I don't even remember her name. I was just a small girl in my mind. I think it was back 17 years. 18, getting to 18, a month to 18 years. So we met there.
That was in 1995?
Oh,
okay, I'm just good.
So we just had the normal conversation, having that we are sitting next to one another, and she was like, what are you going to do? I was like, I'm going to start class. I'm just from finishing my form 4. Kaniambia, then I asked her, what are you doing? She told me, I'm from Nairobi. I came to do some 1-2 in Mandera for the water department. I'm a water engineer. And then she described like what she does, her daily 1-2, her daily life. And I was like, that's so inspiring. Like that is really what I want to, because my main thing is what I work for is for the people and the vision impact. So I was like, if I can put a smile on that face with water, why don't I go and do it? So tukishuka kwa hiyo ndege, I told my dad, Allah rahma, Baba, I want water engineering. Already admission mass, I mean the mass and communication, you know, or media, something media. Kenya, yeah. Admission ilikuwa ishachukuliwa na TUK. So nikamwambia baba, I want water engineering. Umeamua hivyo? Yes. Hata si mbali, ndo hii hapa South Sea. So with Kiwi, with our bags and everything, we went to Kiwi. And immediately I got my admission. Got my admission. It was on a Thursday. He paid the fees and everything. Akaniambia haya sawa, ndo hiyo class, anza kusoma. And now with that passion and having that, once my dad got me admitted there, they had in mind I'm having a water engineer somewhere. My mom could say my daughter is an engineer. Like my dad could say that too. So nilikuwa nakaa kwa hiyo class with I have to make them proud. Having that, I've been a mischievous kid back in primary and high school. So I just wanted to make them proud, and I felt this is the only way to make them proud. And once I do the exam, I could call my dad. Dad, check my portal, check for my results. And then he could check, I am getting a credit of 68, 65 points, and my mom too. And then I could see the happiness on their face. And now it kept me moving. And I was like, I have to do it. It was our passion. And at the other point, I'm making my mother and father proud. So I could, nilikuwa nabebana na hizo vitabu, nachukua library assignments, I could do it. I have sleepless nights because of the exam. And alhamdulillah, I graduated with a credit of around 65 or 67 points. So although only mom witnessed that for me. And now having that, with that part that it was a passion, and who I end up at the other end. And then I'm now the second born, their kids wako chini yangu. And there is the mentor part of me that I started back even before doing campus. I started mentorship in 2016 and I went to campus 2017. So mentorship, I did it with Kenya Girl Guide, that they sent me back to Mandera to come and do some mentorship to the girls. So I felt like why do they have to get role models from outside when I'm theirs, and they can look at me and be like, she did engineering, she's from Mandera, ni msichana wetu. What is not like what is not making them to do? So that's how now my journey began with engineering. Back hata nikiwa classical, anytime I have that free, nimeenda Mandera for a month or two, I could do some mentorship, go to schools. And then 2018 is now when we formed the Mazingira Alliance. Having that, I did with Kenya Girl Guide mentorship, I did with Stand Up Shout Out. Now I was like, why don't we do like as a team with friends? We had some friends, like we were doing that. Like now, why don't we have a name on our own rather than like tunaenda huko kama tunaji. So that's how we formed Mazingira Alliance. Now all that, if I go back to schools and I be like, I'm a water engineer, and you see you've inspired that class, I mean Form 4 or Class 8, Class 7, you're like, I did a right choice for myself.
Amazing. And I think you're the first water engineer I'm meeting. Nimekutana tu watu wa pipes. And you have made us proud, not only your parents, but as a region, we are really proud of you. And you have really inspired many. when I was taking my brother to Kenya Water, I think majority of the students come from Mandera. I don't know if they're the one who brought them or is it the county government, but I could see all of them like they are all from Mandera. Mandera has, I think, the biggest number of admissions in Kenya Water. So, and a lot of girls will be listening to you. So, and maybe later you can give them a word of advice, but you have really inspired many. And yeah, I think we can continue with our second question. I even forgot about the interview today. So, as a girl from Mandera pursuing engineering, what are some of the maybe challenges that you have faced, maybe as a student, even after working? I know we are Somalis and a lot of things happening. What are some of the challenges you have faced, both as the student, when you were a student, and at the workplace?
Okay. When I was a student, I had no much challenge because everything like it was fine for me, alhamdulillah. Didn't have that much challenge. But back in work, I feel there is always that low expectations. Like low expectation from our community. If you're a lady, there is that low expectation, like huyu ni msichana. Hata deliver as much as a man could deliver it. So you can even read the room once you're there with them. But that has never, for me, it has always been a stepping stone for me. I read the room with you inside. I feel there is that atmosphere of she's just a girl, but I will let my competence speak. I will let whatever I'm doing speak for itself, and maybe, like for me, it is more of making my competence speak. I get assigned for a duty. I will deliver it much more than you expected, and that now at least it will be like, oh, she can do it. Not me, see only a man peke yake anaweza fanya, meaning pia yeye anaweza fanya. So the low expectation is there. So I feel we should not get and the cultural norms, it is there, having that you have to be hapa na pale kazini, like there is a lot of the cultural norms, the low expectation, but at the same time that should be something that is building us, and I take that as a motivation for myself. So I read the room and I feel, or maybe they think she can't deliver, but now I'll show you with now the work. I won't speak, but my work will speak for itself.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Maybe let me take you back to primary school. You went to which school?
Primary, I was in Nairobi.
Huh?
Nairobi.
Nairobi.
Yes.
Which school?
Jospa Happy Tots.
Secondary?
Yes. Secondary, I was in Lukenya Girls.
Lukenya Girls. Okay. Now, take us through, how can someone become a water engineer from high school? Which grades do you need? Which subjects should the student focus? And maybe how long it take? Do you have a degree? If there's a diploma, maybe take us through that.
Okay, if there is the diploma, you can start with certificate diploma. It depends, I think, I don't know if the Kenya Water, if they have changed their system, but back then at least they even could have the bridging part. Kama ulifail sana maths, ulipata D or something, there was the bridging part that you do bridging for 3 months, then you do the certificate, and then you do diploma. So I think at the moment bridging ilitolewa, it's only certificate and diploma. So physics, chemistry, mathematics, the English, Kiswahili, and geography, though they don't check sana. I think for Kenya Water, let me not go to the university. I'll just do the water engineering because it's only Kenya Water that is doing only water engineering in Kenya. And for the rest, there is the degree, but it is water and environment. I think that is at JKUAT, alafu kuna civil at TUK, but having the only component of water. I think ni Kenya Water. Alafu Meru is I think they've started the wash, water and sanitation hygiene. They have started that program. I don't know if it's still ongoing. So it is a C plane and above. Yeah, a C minor. A C minor can take you to start a certificate, and then a C plus and above can take you to start your diploma in Kenya Water. And that is a start of it. It's a 3 years. For certificate it's 2 years, and then for the diploma it's 3 years. 3 years plus project and everything, you will graduate to the fourth year, and that is good to go for a.
Is it a viable course for students to pursue? Ama it's already saturated and a lot of now it's enough.
No,
There's still a gap.
There is still a gap. Water is life. No matter how much engineers we can have, no matter what, water is still life. Kila mahali inataka, and it is the engineers that are needed, people who will design the place. So the matches watu wana pursue bado the field is still open. It ni si kitu yenye boreholes yenye saizi kwa Mandera kama tuseme it is 100 boreholes, knows that it's not that 100 boreholes will retain until maybe 10 years to come. Yeah. It's not right. So it is like inaendelea kuongezeka. So the more the community, the more the number of boreholes, the more engineers we need. So it's a good cause.
So is there any innovative or community-based water solutions that maybe you have experienced in Mandera?
Innovative, I feel the GIS and GPS mapping. That for the that has really helped. It has really helped in terms of back to those places kuna pale zenye ziko kwa zinapata maji. Now with the help of the machine, at least boreholes have been drilled to that place, and it is more of it's not much of time consuming, because back in then unge drill hapa upate maji ni hakuna maji ama maji ni saline ufunge udrill. Now you see now with that machine we are able to detect, and it has been a good move.
I like you told me Mandera is doing well in terms of water.
Yeah.
Like, do they have maybe very successful projects that you can maybe mention, one or two water projects in Mandera?
There are a lot of water projects, very many. At the moment, there is a lot of water projects. We can talk of Dandu water supply, Ramo water supply. We have the Elwasco that is there. We have the Kaba water that is there. We have each and every sub-county, Ikona, the Kilwaheri, the earth pans. We have Banisa water supply. So a lot of successful projects in terms of water is there.
Maybe how is technology or data being used in your line of work? I know you told me the hydrological team are using machines to locate the water, if it's saline, the level and everything. From your line of work, do you use tech?
We use technology
for testing.
For that, we do even the Kobo. We use the Kobo
data collection
tool. There is the GIS. There is that GIS GPS. The hydrogeological machine is there. So the tech part of it is still there, because at the end of the day, kama mimi hata water quality, I still use. There is the monitoring part of it that I do monitoring with back with the software of the
hardware part.
Yeah, apart from the hardware, I do the software. So it is more of technology. It is still there. It's done.
Last question. Word of advice to girls who are watching you. Who maybe invite them to water engineering and tech and STEM basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Word
of advice.
Do it. Let nothing.
You can watch the camera.
You do it. Let nothing stop you from doing anything. In terms of engineering, don't feel that it is so hard. It's not hard. If I am a lady and I did it, what about you? It's something that you just give your 100%. You put your attention to it, And everything is about confidence too. Get that confidence and read your books. Do it. Kitu isikwambie uwezi fanya. What they can do, we do it actually much better. We multitask, we overread than them. So I think for the ladies outside there in the STEM, it is a good field. It's something that will like motivate and inspire our others outside there, your own kids, your family. And so just do it. Bottom line is do it.
You heard it from the lady boss herself. She's not only beautiful, but she's also smart. Thank you so much, Engineer Hibak Adan Mohammed, for your time. And personally, I've learned a lot from the whole water thing. In this podcast, every person I invite, I learn it myself because I'm not expert in water, but I have a lot of questions, and I'm glad you have answered them very beautifully. So, welcome for your time, and please keep inspiring, keep mentorship, and if there's any lady who want to contact you, her socials in Jina Hibak, please follow her. And we are going to close today's episode with what? Should we do a quote?
Do it. The quote is do it.
There's a quote I saw yesterday. There's no shame in being successful. Everyone who's successful is shameless.
Yes.
Because I remember last week we were in Garissa. There's a lady who asked a question about internships, like to a Microsoft guy. She was just stood there, asked her questions like, we have problems, we have challenges in terms of internship, and then in my panel, I was moderating the panel. There were some guys there in the panel. They reached out and they gave her internship.
Mashallah.
And eventually they were going to absorb her. So be shameless. Successful people don't have shame. You have to stand, talk about your whatever product you're doing, pitch yourself. Don't give up. Don't think too much about what people might say. Oh, nowadays uko kwa media sana, anawapia kelele, nini. Doesn't pay bills, that one.
Yes.
Be shameless, stand out there, be yourself, do what you do. It's all about you and your God. As long as sivuko your border. With that few remarks, thank you so much. And please, if you have not subscribed, subscribe and make sure you share with your friends. And Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.